know what's going on, a little different angle on the videos for my channel, and just want to basically reiterate what I was talking about earlier today regarding the basically how we are always claiming, everybody's always claiming independence, right? Independence, and it's something that we all rave about, we all talk about, and sometimes we don't understand that the real definition of it, right? Everybody states I'm independent, and are you really independent? That's the question for myself I had today as I was going to work. Are we actually independent of our job? Do we have a secondary income or secondary source that if we decide not to go to work today and not to show up and just do what we want to do, will we still have that job, that secure job that we all love, right? Benefits and pay are great, and we're comfortable, so we kind of don't seek outside sources or backups to have for our incomes. And I think this is very important because from my personal experience, I've had two moments in my life where when the layoff in 2008 from the financial industry. I used to work for the industry, and I was laid off, and I did not have a backup, no type of secondary income, and I was basically left with a couple of months of savings and a lot of desperation to try to find something out there to cover for my expenses, and kind of realized that we kind of have this opportunity that we're making money, and our income is a most powerful resource that we kind of take for granted because we feel like it's always going to be there. But most of the time, everything is temporary. So we have to just basically understand that it's a temporary situation. So we should be making the most of it, taking our income, learning how to grow it, learning how to invest, learning how to save for emergency fund, and have all these strategies in place, because the situations are always temporary. And I believe that the best planning that you can do is having a strategy for catastrophe, right? Because it comes with life. Life has its ups and downs, and we kind of live in this bubble that we feel like the good are gonna always ride, but there will be highs and lows. And the better prepared you are for the lows, the more it won't affect you. The more it won't take your change, may have you had to do a dramatic change of lifestyle or stress or depression. All these things won't really affect you because you'll be having a great backup and a great support for when the lows come. Same thing when you have your own business. You want to have some emergency funds on the side, because businesses are very sporadic. They have great unlimited potentialities, but they also have extreme lows if you don't really prepare for the high and lows, right? So basically, the way you run your business, the way you want to run your life, the way you want to run yourself. So today I was going to work, and I was asking myself, like, we are claiming that we're independent, and independence. Reading my Wayne Dyer book, he states, independence is the greatest human need. It's the greatest human need, and we all seek for it, and we all need that. And if we're not independent, we're kind of uncomfortable, and this is what hit me hard, because I feel like sometimes although I'm grateful, my job is something that I don't want to be doing for the rest of my life. So I have to change something, had to change an action, which is starting my channel, starting my blog, and starting my social media interactions, because I really want to be able to provide more service for people, and at the same time live the life that I want to live under my terms. And I think we can all do this, but we have to take that initiative step, initiate it, and start something, do whatever it is that we want to do. And I think that once we start doing more what we want to do, as opposed to what we should do, you start seeing more opportunities, more things coming your way. And I think it's something that we all should dive into and really get to know ourselves. As far as awareness, when you have awareness, this all comes to a better understanding, because now you're able to grasp when you're feeling uncomfortable, this is what it's trying to show you, that you need to grow. And through growth, you're going to understand that you need to be uncomfortable in a certain situation. When you're very comfortable, you don't really grow, because you forget about what it is you really want to do. And sometimes too much comfort is not great. And you hear a lot of quotes about comfort is the the killer to mediocrity, you know, or the partner of mediocrity. And it's so true, right? When you get too comfortable, you forget about your ambitions and your passions, and you kind of forget about your dreams and your imagination. And imagination is very powerful. Everything that we do now is imagination, right? All my videos, it's all imagination. I had the imagination and I went after it, and it's happening. And I want to go ahead and finish the video with, you know, the question you should ask yourself: are you really independent, right? If are you, or are you dependent, as most of us are, on one income? And what are we trying to set up as a secondary income to back us up in case we lose that secure income that we have at the moment? And understand that your income is the most powerful resource you have. And the more you give it away for certain things that you really don't need, the less of it you have and the less power you have. So those with the highest, as I say, the highest power are the ones that have the better upper hand in the game, right? And if you look at life as a game, you know, it's all a game. We're all just playing it. Just have fun, be happy, you know, try to be kind and compassionate as much as you can, but also take care of yourself, right? Because when your lows hit, it's going to be tough. You're going to have some great friends that are going to back you up and family, but most of the time you're on your own. And if you don't have a great strategy in place or a great backup, things get really tough, and you see the real people around you who's really with you for you, and who's really gonna ride with you when you're down. And excuse me, life gets real at that moment. And me experiencing that 2 times in my life, once when I got laid off and once when I had my surgery, I feel like I was so dependent on my income, and once I lost it, I kind of felt this feeling of, you know, inadequacy, maybe a feeling of not being smart or not being savvy on having a backup plan. And that was what very, I needed these 2 events to kind of propel me to where I am today. You know, have that strategy of always looking to have the income working for you as opposed to you working for your income. And eventually you want to be able to not have to actually go to, something you don't want to do. You want to be able to do things you want to do and have more, more fulfillment and more hope and more joy in doing what you're doing, and within that you're able to bring more to the world and be more authentic to yourself. And that's something I feel like we lost in the translation of just getting a job with the best pay and the best benefits. And again, it's up to you. Everybody has their own way of going, but I just want to give a little tip on, you should be working on understanding if you're independent of your income or you're dependent on it. And if you are, try to start looking for ways to get some type of other incomes coming in and being able to support you. And again, we start small, but it's compounding, right? But just understand that if you're independent, you guys are on the great road and a great, great life, because you're able to do what you want. And if, like most of us are, we're dependent, how can you become independent of your job? And please comment, let me know what you like, if you like the comment, the topic, and I'll see you next video. Thank you.